The Joe Rogan Experience.
Oh, Jesus.
And let me tell you something else. There's another, that whole society that he hasn't touched in on you that I know he knows about, and that's the Abakua Society.
What's Abakua mean?
That's the Brotherhood of Men in Cuba. You'll see it. As soon as you see an Abakua, you know you're dealing with them.
Yeah, I don't talk about Abakua.
They don't giggle. They don't.
What does that mean?
Like,
what is
let's
a
say
Brotherhood of Men?
I fuck with you. A couple of years ago, you were living in Colorado, and I saw a kid with a balloon, and I call you balloons, and we goof around, me and Eddie. You come up to an Abakua and call him his nickname, you got a different situation. He'll pull you aside and go, I don't know you, and don't you ever fucking call me that outside the circle again. And when they get mad at you, okay, to prove their manhood, they beat you, throw you on the floor, pull your pants down, and slice your ass with a straight razor. That's worse than fucking a man. Juan did that to 2 or 3 people. At my mother's wake, guy couldn't come in because Juan had sliced his ass. And I go, no. This guy took me to baseball games. Juan, get the fuck out. He's staying. That's their thing. They don't eat pussy. They can't be in a room if another man is gay in the room.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. But guess what Yoel Romero told me?
What?
It's so dissolved now that there's gay men in Abakua. 50 years ago. Bro.
Some people would call that advanced, Joey. That's progress.
What's that?
That now there's gay men.
Well, no. It's look at the Sopranos. They had gay men, but 50 years ago, when 2 Abacuas went in a room, you had to be on your best behavior. They don't speak Spanish. Can como no fo, can como rumbe.
They have their own language.
They have their own language.
What is the language?
And I know it.
Wait a minute. They have their own language.
They have their own
What is it
language in
called?
Spanish.
It's like a patois.
It's like a patois.
It's based on African.
Monina.
It has some-
Acere.
Yeah, it has some
All
Spanish
those
in
words.
it.
When I call you Monina, that's my brother in that thing.
What's the organization of this group? I mean, is it a cult?
Longshoremen.
Is it a
Longshoremen. They're the men of Cuba. They don't even eat pussy. They're such men. They can fuck other men, and other men could suck their
They're
dick.
big in
What?
They're big in prison systems.
Big in
up.
prison systems.
What?
Yeah.
They can fuck other men.
Oh yeah, I could pick you out and go, Joe. You're no longer Joe. You're Josephina. Go get a wig and put lipstick on,
By the way,
and I'll fuck you in the ass, and you're gonna suck my dick. But don't you ever fucking think you're gonna fucking kiss me and touch me.
Yeah.
And they beat you.
you can fuck.
Shut up, you fucking whore.
You can fuck somebody else, but you can't be fucked by
You
another
can't be
man.
fucked by another man.
Yeah.
That's an Abakua. If a man wants to suck your dick, let him. I remember one Abakua used to tell me, a guy sucked my dick one time with ice cubes in his mouth. It was tremendous. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? When I was in the 4th grade, I was surrounded with Abacuas. You say hello a certain way. Yeah, what? Like, I'll show you an Abakua video.
How do you spell it?
Abukua.
Here it is.
ABA.
KUA.
What does it say?
KUA.
El Abakua. What is it?
No,
Frustrado.
Frustrado. I was pulling up. There's a bunch of them here on YouTube.
I'll show you the dance one is the one you have to see. How they dance, how they move. Abakua, Yoruba, whatever. No. There's
So
one.
How about the second one? Go to that second one.
It's an hour long.
And so these are just serious dudes. They're just
Put
hanging
in
out.
Abakua and then put in YORUBA. And let me see what comes up.
It's also African based.
It's also African.
Has musical elements.
That's
to
four,
it.
right there. Right there.
There you go.
Okay, let me show you what an Abakua is.
And they're all dressed in white.
They're all
Right.
dressed in white.
They're still dressed in white. No women allowed. No nothing.
Play some of this, Jamie, so we can hear it. No women.
Nah, there's women singing.
A woman will dance every
Will
now
dance
and
to
then.
it.
So you see the women on the right.
Yeah.
Now, see how the guy shows up? That's an Abakua. Look at this fucking beauty.
The colors are white and red, right? You will see red.
That's the guy. They're the.
Looks like the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz.
They're the.
You know, just saying that could get a
Right there. You have to salute with your elbows.
Get a bad. You could suffer a
So I
bad.
can go like this.
Making
When
fun
I
of
see
it.
you,
Making fun of it.
Wow.
If I see him, that's how I do like this. Go, give me an elbow.
You touch elbows.
Touch elbows.
Wow. And now there's actually gay men in this.
Now it's diluted so much. It's been diluted over the years. But when I met Juan and Elio, they were two Abacuas, Potato and Totico, or a Latin band. Not the
conga player.
The singer. He was Abakua.
So if you were Abakua, there was a code, the way you behaved.
Very manly code. I come over here, there's a gay man in here, I call you out of the room. I go, do me a favor, get that motherfucker out of the room, or if not, you can't talk to them, you can't approach them a certain way.
So has Cuba experienced a lot of progressive ideology? Like, have they changed the way
now it's very progressive. Now these thoughts...
What's caused this? Because they really didn't have the internet.
Just progress, evolution, changing things.
Progress.
Yeah.
But their progress, I mean, they were so isolated. They didn't have the internet, right? They don't have the internet, right?
No. I think certain places...
Are they getting it now?
I think certain places.
Yeah, you can get it here and there. It's not great. It's frustrating when you go there because you can't. What's nice is you go to Havana and you kind of disengage from modern technology. I love it. I mean, you couldn't live there because you can't really do business there.
Right.
But you just kind of disengage from...
And is it easy to travel there now as far as flights from America?
Yeah.
Jet
it's legal.
Blue like a motherfucker.
It's legal.
JetBlue.
Like a
It's
motherfucker.
legal.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, like if you had a Cuban cigar, it was like a big deal. Like, don't tell anybody. We got Cubans.
Well, that's still illegal.
No,
because the
you
embargo.
can have some of them.
The embargo still exists.
Yeah, but you can have some cigars.
Yeah.
You're allowed to have some Cuban cigars.
Right.
You ever see if you what is the amount of? I think you're allowed to have like 10. You can't
to bring them back.
Yeah. You can't sell them here.
Yeah.
Or if you can sell them here, you can't sell a lot. Something like that.
Now, I'm happy he wrote this book because I knew the story was out there, Joe. Like, we haven't even touched. Like, I was raised by Omega-7 guy. Like, he grew up with my father. So
I told Joey when I first met him, and I was sort of almost done with this book, I said, when you read it, you're going to need to sit down. Because for a guy like him, he knew a lot, and I knew he would come across names that he knew. But there's no way you could have been part of this and known the whole thing.
Right, no.
Right? So... You knew who Tati was. You knew he was a bad guy. He didn't know Tati was a professional assassin for Omega-7.
I knew Tati killed. My mother warned me. My mother used to go, when he picks you up at school, please don't get in the car with him because he's going to get shot one day, and I don't want you in the car.
People knew Battle, and they knew some things about him, but they didn't know. No one who was part of it. They thought they knew the whole story, but there's no way you could have known the whole story. You couldn't know.
I didn't know all this.
Yeah.
It blew my fucking mind. I went to a dance with my daughter, and I came home, and the book was waiting for me. You know how Amazon drops it over in front of your house? And they had ripped it, and there was other kids and other moms with my wife, and all I did was put it in my office, and when I opened it, I saw Tati and Monchi, and my fucking knee dropped. Like it had hit me in the
He
stomach.
kept texting me as he was reading it.
I texted him at 12 o'clock at night, and I go, you have no idea that I didn't know that this guy used to go away every 6 months, and his wife was tight. You know the story I told you about my mom would play cards, and then I would put tighty-whities on and dance for the women, and they would give me shots of tequila and make me dance. Yeah. Nina was in that book. Nina is in that book. When my mother died, I gave Nina my dog. I couldn't take that dog. So I used to go to Nina's house on 51st Street and cry in the doghouse. Like, this is my dog. So as soon as I saw Tati, I knew he was on to something. Because Tati was my father's friend, and he was the type of guy that would come visit me every week. Just because he was my father's friend, and give me $50 and take me to the city to get haircuts. But his claim to fame was in the 7th grade, my mother told him, I don't know what I'm going to do with him. He's got some fucking girlfriend. He won't even talk to me. This guy came to my house and gave me a capsule. And right in front of me, he filled it up with Coke. And he goes, let me tell you something. 7th grade. 7th grade. He goes, next time this girl comes over here, you sprinkle this Coke on a pussy and you lick it. And I'm like, I didn't even lick a pussy then. I had touched it outside the jeans. That Coke capsule was in my drawer for like a year. Like in the back of my nightstand.
Right.
I didn't, I wasn't a drug, nothing. And one night my mom came home with 3 cocktails in it, and she's like, I got fucking news today from Tati that he gave you cocaine. Where the fuck is it? I go, it's in my drawer. I didn't use it. She fucking smacked me. She goes, "Don't you ever fucking take drugs." And she went and did it. You know what I'm saying? And she went and did the blast. But that guy, when I was in the 7th grade, gave me a capsule of coke.
Wow.
And said, "Put it on her pussy, you'll drive her fucking crazy." Like, that's how demented he was.